finishing up our pour. It looks like we're going to use about half the amount of concrete bags that we needed. Okay, so the concrete countertops have been poured. We let it cure for about 3 days, and then we pulled the mold off, and we've got a really nice edge here. Right here we 45, so we're going to smooth that out, and we've got some little places to fill in along the countertop here. A little spot here that came up when we pulled the sink out, but this came out really good. And what I'm going to do is I sifted through and just got the finer parts of the concrete, made a little bit of mix, saved a little bit of dye. So now I'm just going to rub that over the top here, fill in the holes, and then let that all cure together, and then we'll buff this whole thing out and have a finished product. Alright, so I've gone back over it with a little thin layer of the concrete and the dye and just filled in all the little holes, so when we buff it out it's nice and smooth. So we're going to let this cure with the rest of it, spraying it with water every now and then, covering it with plastic, and probably looking at about 4 more days, and then we're going to get ready to buff this thing up, get it all nice and finished. Okay, so we have the concrete countertops have cured for almost 2 weeks, and we're getting ready to polish it. Starting with 50 grit, we got this handy tool, this polisher, and that's our first bit. It's hooked up to the hose, and it's got a water shut off right here, and then it's also hooked up to a small shop vac, wet shop vac, so this will hopefully keep the mess down. It's definitely going to be a mess, but we got everything prepped, plastic all around the countertops, and we're ready to give this a go. Alright, so we've gone through 50 and 100 grit, and it's starting to look pretty good. Rounding on some corners. This is definitely a messy process, so the more you prepare for water in your kitchen, the better. So you're going to need a couple shop vacs, and definitely seal everything, and you can see the oven got a lot of it on it. So alright, we're maybe 1/8 of the way there. There's definitely a lot less water after you get through the first 50 grit, and you can tone down on the water when you go to your higher grits. So looking good so far. Okay, so we finished polishing the countertops. They kind of came out really nice and smooth after all the different grits. And now we are beginning the sealing process. So I'm going to seal this thing up, let it dry, and it should be done. So this is the finished product of the concrete countertops. Our kitchen is almost complete, but the countertops definitely came out really nice and shiny and smooth. And the whole project cost us about $400 total, and that's including the grinder and buffer. So not bad for $400.